folks, did you realize that every year, on an average, Americans have 200, or actually over 250 million tons of trash that we throw out every year? That comes to an average of around about 4 pounds per person per day. And out of that trash, about half of it can be recycled. But unfortunately, only about a third of it actually is. One of the biggest culprits, this little guy here. Believe it or not, we, on an average, in a year, Americans go through 35 billion, that's with a B, of these guys. And they can be recycled. Hi. Welcome to Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes. If you haven't guessed, our show today is on recycling. We have an area in our viewing area that is just starting up a recycling program, and that's Dunbar Township. We're going to be talking with John Trimba, who was very instrumental in starting the project, and we are also going to be visiting with some 4th grade students at the Dunbar Elementary School who are going to be seeing a program and learning all about recycling, and they are going to become the ambassadors of this recycling program. So folks, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, here I have John Trimba with me, and John actually was extremely instrumental in bringing the recycling program to Dunbar Township. He went to the supervisors and gave them his idea and said, hey, they want recycling here in the township. The supervisor said, okay, but please don't spend any tax dollars and no new ordinances. So John and a couple of very diligent people took it upon themselves, and recycling is coming to Dunbar Township. So tell us about it, John.
We have a committee of about 7-8 people from all districts of our township, and they're all activists. They're all interested in helping the township, and so we incorporated some of the people from the county to tell us exactly what kind of things are recyclable and what aren't, what kind of things would qualify for grants, and we decided finally to go with 3 things to recycle. We're going to recycle plastic, glass, and metal, and it's going to be a voluntary program. And it's going to be once a month on a Saturday morning, the first Saturday of every month, starting this April 4th, and then continue from there. And we'll have a dumpster there available. We'll have volunteers to help empty the bags and any kind of containers that the people bring this recyclable material. And hopefully it'll become like a social event. You know, everybody comes on Saturday morning to share their recycles.
With in their reusable cups and.
Yeah, exactly.
And John also, they had these printed up, which are really awesome. And these are going to be handouts that John and his volunteers they're going to take door to door, from what I understand.
Door to door in our own select neighborhoods, and try to contact as many people personally as we can to try to spread the word and to get our neighbors and friends to participate. And once it starts to roll, and of course these 4th graders are going to be the people that actually, the ambassadors that carry the world on their little shoulders, and they're going to be the ones that tell Grandma and Grandpa, throw the can in this bag instead of that bag, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of peer pressure from the younger people up to the older people.
Good. Right. But and I understand that the program that you're going to be seeing after John and I are done here, it's really, really I thought it was very informative, explains exactly what to recycle and what not, the difference between some of the plastics, and also, too, how kids can actually help when they go shopping, what to buy in the first place.
Exactly. There are some things you can buy in place of recyclables. You can get renewables, and as you'll see in the program, in a lot of stores, I know in the state of California, you actually have to buy the bag that you put your groceries in, and it's a little more durable, and you can bring it back and use it over and over again, and hopefully some of the other states, including Pennsylvania, may adopt something like that in the future.
Well, New York City actually just did. I believe I just told you that. I think I did. You can't. They will not give you a single use plastic bag anymore unless you pay 5 cents for it. Yeah. So they are really recommending the reusable cloth bags and such.
Bags have been the real nemesis of the ocean and wildlife, along with straws and ink cartridges. I mean, these swirls that they have in the oceans just really do show the evidence that comes back up to bite you.
Gosh. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks, John. We are actually going to be joining the 4th grade students now here at Dunbar Township Elementary, and they're going to be learning about recycling, and so will you folks. So please keep an eye out for these, you folks in Dunbar Township. And I do understand that John is looking for some volunteers possibly to help. We'll put that contact information at the end of the show for you.
Natural resources are...
There's something that came with her that we don't do.
Very good. They're not man-made. They're things that exist in nature. They're not man-made, and okay. And we use them, right? We use them to supply every single thing we have and need. Everything we have comes from natural resources. There isn't one thing that doesn't. So it only makes sense that we want to protect and take care of our natural resources, right? Even plastic, something that seems so unnatural, does come from a natural resource. And if you look around the room, plastic's everywhere nowadays, right? But what is it? When you're using something made out of plastic, maybe it was a plastic water bottle, what is that actually made out of? In other words, what do they use to make plastic? Yes? Say that one more time. Are you saying petroleum? No? Okay, what do we use to make plastic? Anybody have any idea? Okay, then I'm going to tell you. We use petroleum. That's why I asked you if that's what you were saying. Petroleum is oil. That's kind of what they drill deeply down into the earth and extract to make motor oil for our cars, gasoline for our cars. It's the same thing they use to make plastic water bottles. So anytime you throw a water bottle in the trash, you're really throwing away a very valuable, non-renewable natural resource. What should we do with that plastic water bottle instead of throwing it in the trash? Recycle it, absolutely. So these are our natural resources: plants and animals, air, water, rocks, minerals, and fossil fuels, and they divide these into two big categories: renewables and non-renewables. Can anybody tell me what a renewable resource is? Like, what does that mean? Yes?
Something that can be used again?
Not exactly. That might be more recyclable. But what's a renewable resource? I'll give you a hint. Wind is a renewable resource. Okay.
Something that can never go away.
Correct. We won't run out of them if we take care of them, right? So wind, well, we're not going to run out of wind. What would be another renewable resource? Something from nature that we use that if we take care of it properly, we won't run out of. Trees. All plants, right? Plants have seeds, they keep growing. So as long as we take care of our trees and our plants, we don't have to worry about running out. They'll go on and on forever. Want to share another one? Air, water, grass, another plant. Animals, right? Because animals have babies. So as long as we take care of our animals and they keep having babies, they reproduce, we won't run out of animals. One more. And the sun, solar energy is a renewable. So that's renewable. Non-renewables are the opposite. There's only so much of it. They call that a finite amount. It's the opposite of infinite that goes on and on. Finite means there's an end. So here's an example, right? Coal. Something that there's only just so much of it. And once we've used it all up, well, that's it. It's gone for good, right? Because it takes hundreds of thousands, millions of years for these things to be created deep underground. So we really want to be careful with those non-renewable natural resources so that we can make them last longer. Recycling is one way to what they call extend the life of our natural resources, make them last longer. Yes?
I know something that's non-renewable.
Okay, what else would be a non-renewable?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, right.
Oh, gold.
Gold, yeah. Rocks, minerals, and fossil fuels, yes.
Silver.
Silver.
All right, we are ready to start our recycling game. I am part of this team, and naturally I want my team to win, but I think this is kind of a game where we're all winners. So we're getting ready to run. The idea is to recycle properly, so stay with us. We're going to check it out. Okay, we're ready. Okay, well, I have a couple students here real quick who want to share with you folks what they learned today. Claire, thanks for being on the show, and tell me, what did you learn today?
I learned that you should only recycle a couple of plastics, but you don't recycle plastic cups.
That's right. I wonder why.
Be-
It's a different kind of plastic, I guess, huh?
yeah.
Were you surprised when you heard that?
Yes.
I was too. I was real surprised by that one. Okay, and we have Mason over here. Mason, what did you learn?
I learned that we can save a lot of people and animals by just doing one little thing to help the community and our earth. And it can be a big thing around the world. And I learned that people can just help just by one little thing, and people get cancer from like cigarettes and they can die like easily by that, and I really want to lose my mom by that stuff, so I'm trying to help her, trying to make her stop smoking.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, thank you. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this show. I know I did. I found it very entertaining and very educational. Quick shout out to Nick from EDS, Leona, and Robert the veteran. Thank you to all the veterans out there. Also, a big thank you to John Tremba and to Nancy for the program, and to these 4th grade students who were part of it. And remember, folks, keep smiling, keep dreaming, keep watching, and keep recycling.